amongst the righteous. That aside, we move on to advanced party philosophy, coast to coast. The party scene, though admittedly having it going on. Let me explain to you in the dreamlike, hazy way which characterizes all experiential knowledge. It to me seemed like an infrared stream pumping through a nitrogen-cased titanium vein, situated in a vast, cryogenic accelerated computing system. More literally, a race of frozen taxi sludge punctuated every street corner, around which blew a draining frozen wind which tended to bring about tissue damage to the face much faster than one might anticipate. The poor literally died of exposure on the streets. I myself walked past on a few courses during my time there. We clubgoers would be among the few not wearing hats, as we had responsibilities to our anti-gravity hairstyles, though of course, black semi-reflective synthetic wear pretty much pales in comparison to dull brown overcoats. Exposure was less of a problem for us, because we were situated right in the beam of another sort of energy, which was with a high degree of efficiency converted into thermal by the virtues of the psychic biochemical connector. This energy was the hypnotic theory of a 909, setting the backbeats or repeated rounds of spiked Red Bull, or often something of a higher caliber, and the body's willingness to part with some of its precious adenosine triphosphate in exchange for a worthy brand of psychological experience. This didn't keep the locks on our cars from freezing solid, of course. We'd walk past the herds of Palm Pilot operators living out their fantasies of ritualized oblivion. Through solid oak doors, up shabby 1920 stairwells, past rusting shitty radiators, the virtual low-pass filter cutting and cutting. Until we reached that room, black purple and warm, slowly rotating, beautiful, sexual, with its own time and its own feeling. And we would return here after the DJs had dealt their drugs, we were all covered in salt, to listen to mellow beats, cook breakfast, and watch the sun come up. The experience would follow us into our respective taxis, back to our bedrooms, whereupon we would actualize the sexual potentialities and sleep, while all the while data was passing back and forth through mail systems, hideous databases, well-groomed, empty-eyed professionals. When we would wake up, we would keep our ears situated so as to make out the reverberations of that shine through the drone of a vomit-smelling public bus, the enervated tones of a Star Market speaker, the still oppressed minority bad attitude chatter of the RMV. And the dissonance would be met like the transition from one record to the next, wholly offensive to the aesthetic mind if it were not